Welcome to Volatility 411 for Equity Armor Investments. I'm Joe Teague. Let's jump right into it. There's a lot to talk about today, Wednesday, November 30th. It's the last day of November, and it is the last month of the year coming up. I cannot believe it. This year has gone by so quickly, and of course there's been a lot of news out there this year. We've seen a lot of action this year, and of course this week is no different. But just looking at the VIX this year, we've seen it several times go from a spot of 20 to a spot of 35, all the way back down to 20, back to 35. So that's been the action of the VIX. And again, last Friday we saw the VIX coming down, we touching that 20 area. Will we see that again? The VIX bottoming here at 20 and coming back up to 35. We'll be watching to see how that plays out. Now, of course, there is potential catalysts out there. We had some information this morning that didn't really move the markets that much. We had the ADP, we had the JOLTS, we had PMI for Chicago, housing data. Kind of a mixed bag, some weak housing data, some weak PMI data. But is it enough for the Fed to say, we've done enough demand destruction? We can talk about this pivot, which everyone is talking about. Now, for me, it looks like the pivot that everyone's so excited about is just the Fed saying, hey, we're going to continue to raise rates, but just we'll raise them slower. I don't know if at the end that's going to be enough for the markets, especially if the narrative comes out from Powell's talking points is that rates are going to stay high and not going to go. They're not going to lower rates until inflation comes down to a normalized level. Now, remember, inflation is coming down. That's fantastic. Is it going to come back down to 2% quickly enough for the Fed to lower rates? That's anybody's guess, and we'll have to watch and see. Again, big potential mover on Friday. We have the jobs data for November. Signs for ADP were kind of weak. What is going to happen on that jobs data? Is the market going to like a weak number because it means the Fed is going to pivot, or is a weak number just going to be bad news is bad news? For Equity Armor Investments, I'm Joe Teague.